Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome back to this 90-degree day. Woohoo! Hot weather, love it. So today I thought I would do a vocal quick tip that deals with something I've been wanting to talk about for a while, and that is to my fellow professionals, my fellow pros out there who already are involved in their professional careers using their voices, be it singing and or spoken word, poets, educators, teachers, public speakers. Any of you folks who are already in it, you know, making good money or making some kind of money, and you are a professional, you know what you're doing, and you have built a career for yourself, whether it's a full-time career or a part-time career. Today's subject is something I run into with some of my fellow professionals out there, and I thought I'd do a vocal quick tip on the subject matter. So I'm titling this video Top 4 Reasons, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see, top 4 reasons that people who are professionals don't seek professional coaching and why they should. So let's get right into it. All right, I have my notes here. The first reason, as I have written it, is that a lot of people will say that singing, public speaking, articulating, using their voice in an expressive way has always come easily. So it's always come easily to them, and as a result, they've never necessarily run into any problems, any difficulties, etc. And so because of that, sometimes people will say that, I never felt the need to seek, help or professional help with my singing voice. This thinking kind of goes hand in hand with something that I've mentioned in at least 1 or 2 other previous vocal quick tip videos, and that is the this misnomer or stereotype that you are either naturally talented or you have to take lessons, as if taking lessons somehow means that you're not naturally talented, or vice versa. But anyway, I'm not saying that everyone thinks this way who hasn't taken advantage of some professional coaching help on occasion, but that is one of the pervasive ideas that's out there that I definitely strongly feel is not true. Just because you may take some lessons, and I think some coaching occasionally can be very, very helpful for you, for any of us, because we're always growing, doesn't mean that you're not naturally talented, etc. And if you are naturally talented, that does not mean that you can't benefit, by the same token, from some occasional coaching. Anyway, so first reason that a lot of times professional folks don't take advantage of coaching is because they're singing, they're speaking, using their voices always come naturally. The problem with that is because it's always come naturally, sometimes people can develop unhealthy habits with their voices over the years, over the decades, and they don't realize it until those unhealthy habits start showing up in the form of either nodes on the vocal cords from straining voices in unhealthy ways, or a host of other problems. So I strongly advise you that if you're thinking, it's always come easily to me, therefore I never really felt that I needed any coaching, I advise you to consider and look into taking a coaching or session or lesson every now and then. It can be very beneficial for many reasons, helping you to identify or point out if there's any issues that might be developing, to avoid, some negative habits, to help continue to strengthen the things that you're doing, give you new ideas on some of your approaches, etc. So that's the first one. The second reason that, second key reason or top reason that professional users of the voice may not consider getting professional vocal coaching is because they've never, this kind of goes hand in hand with the first one, they never had a problem. They've never had a problem with singing, speaking, etc. Therefore, because they never had a problem, they thought that they never needed to get teaching, to get taught. The problem with that is, again, just like with the first one, you might have some negative or unhealthy approaches to the way you're using your voice, your breathing, etc., and not be aware of it. So with number 2, if you've never had a problem, you might at some point in your career, maybe after years and years into it, run into some problems for the first time. And so because you never had a lesson or any lessons or coaching, etc., or not quality coaching or advice, you're running into problems for the first time and you don't know how to correct it. You don't know what to do about it. You're finding yourself, your voice being hoarse all the time, or you're finding that after a performance or after speaking or whatever the case, that more and more often you are coming away with you're losing your voice or scratchy voice, etc. Maybe it's taking longer for your voice to recover after you have given a performance. Things like that. Unfortunately, there are singers and spoken word artists out there who believe that tearing up your voice after performance is not only natural, but it's just to be expected. This is a part of a good performance. This is what how you know you've really given it your all. But what they don't realize is that the fact that that's what's happening as a result of the performance, it means that you are really tearing at the mechanism and you're really risking doing permanent damage over time. If you are singing with good technique, good approach, a healthy approach to what you're doing, you shouldn't be coming away from performances with no voice left. So that's the number 2 reason. If you can get with a quality teacher, a really good coach who can help analyze what you're doing and how you're approaching it, etc., and troubleshoot some things, give you some ideas, give you some ways of practicing, some exercises to do, etc., with your voice, and all of those kinds of things, opening your eyes to some new ideas, some things maybe you never tried, some things maybe you never thought to try. You can learn to correct some of these issues and problems. And of course, learn more about your own instrument, learn more about how the voice is designed to work together with your diaphragm, your lungs, your breathing, posture, all that stuff. So that's the number 2 key reasons. Before I go to the 3rd key reason for seeking professional coaching for professionals, I will say that, of course, time with a teacher one-on-one, while it's excellent money well spent, information and techniques and things like that that can help you expand, that you can take with you on into the next 20 years of your career, while it is very, very valuable, obviously, of course, it's not the only way to learn about your instrument, learn how to use it, learn technique. And I encourage you to also, of course, do your own research, get to know your own instrument, experiment with your own voice as well. All of that is a part of learning. So I'm certainly not saying that it can only come from a teacher / vocal coach, but coaching is, I would say, definitely a key, or I think should be a key part of your arsenal, your toolbox. And it's not the kind of thing where you have to go forever and ever. It may be for a period of time, off and on, etc., as you need. One other thing I'll say about that too, that I recommend, and that is read some really good biographies of amazing vocalists. One that my husband was mentioning recently is the famous opera tenor Caruso, or one of my favorites, Leontine Price. These are both classical / operatic singers. But that's another thing. We can learn from every person. So yes, do read read people's biographies, learn about their techniques, their struggles, what they learned, etc. That can be very eye-opening also. And I definitely encourage you, as I've said in other videos, don't think that you must only read up on and look at the biographies, the backgrounds, the vocal stylings of just people in your particular genre. We can learn so much from each other. So you may not be a classical singer, may not be a singer at all, or artist, but you can learn from some of these, folks from various genres and see how they may apply to you and what you may learn. You take from it what you feel you can use and you leave the rest. Okay, so the number 3 top reason that a professional user of the voice, vocalist or storyteller or whatever, should seek professional coaching or teaching at certain times throughout one's career, I'm reading my notes again, is to expand and or find out more about what your voice can do. As we know, sometimes it takes someone outside of ourselves, maybe with a more of an objective eye, you could say, and ear, to listen to what we're doing, watch what we're doing, and give some ideas to add to our technique. It's not always that you may be doing something wrong, but you can sometimes, you may not be fully tapping into the full power of your voice. And by power, I don't just mean volume, although that can be a part of it too. The ability of your voice to project. You may not be tapping fully into the full expressiveness and what all your voice can do that maybe you haven't discovered yet. And there's nothing like an excellent coach to help guide you and help you uncover some of that stuff to apply to your artistry also. So that's a third reason. And then finally, the 4th reason that professional vocalists and spoken word artists and people who use the voice, I feel should seek out counseling, coaching. I was going to say counseling. That too, just joking. Well, sometimes. Anyway, coaching is for a specific project. It may be a tour that's coming up in which it's going to be particularly grueling for your voice and for your body. It may be that you're going to do a song or you're going to participate in a role, a certain role or something that you're not used to doing. So coaching can help you with specific projects at a specific period of time. Perfect example of that, I would say, is when Madonna did the role of Evita. It was a different kind of singing for her. It was a challenging role for her to sing, and she got vocal coaching, which makes sense. And as a result, she not only was able to tackle that role, but at least I could tell, I think a lot of people could tell, that overall her voice improved and in many ways, and she learned a lot about how to use her voice even better, in an even better way, I guess I could say. That's not the best way to put it. A better way. But she tapped into more of the power of her voice. She learned more about projection and lots of things. So you could hear it even after Evita, at least I could, in her additional recordings and performances that that learning she took on with her into future projects. And remember, what I like about that example is she was not a newbie when she did Evita. She had a full career by that time, had sold millions of albums. So at any point in our careers as we go, we can always benefit from professional coaching and teaching, etc. Do continue to do your own research and grow and experiment with your own voice. So I hope that you found this helpful today. And if you did, not only do I encourage you and ask for your thumbs up, give me a like, comment below, and subscribe, and welcome to my new subscribers. But also, hit me up for vocal coaching. Self-promotion is what I'm doing. I'm just teasing. Anyway, but comment below and let me know if you have found in your own life, if you have found it helpful to get vocal coaching. And actually, if you haven't, maybe you had a bad experience with vocal coaching, good or bad or indifferent. Let me know what your thoughts and feelings are about this. Again, I hope this was beneficial to you, helpful to you. And in the meantime, enjoy the rest of your day, as I am going to go out in this hot weather and then just enjoy being out there. And God bless, take care, and I'll come back to you again with another video. Might be on quick tips, might be on little fitness stuff, whatever. Anyway, God bless, enjoy, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.